All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a quiet revolution happening in AI. It's a technology that is making our chats with large models feel almost instant. It's called speculative decoding, and believe me, it's the secret to making AI feel fast. You know that feeling, right? You type out the perfect prompt, you hit enter, and then you just sit there, watching that little cursor blink. It really feels like the AI is off in some digital landscape, just thinking really, really hard. But here's the thing, the big secret. It's not really thinking in the way we do. Most of that time you're waiting, the AI is actually reading, just fetching billions and billions of parameters from memory. And that, right there, is the exact bottleneck we're here to understand and solve. So let's get right to the heart of the matter. Why is AI inference, the part where it actually generates the response, so painfully slow, just one word at a time? Well, the main culprit here is something called the memory wall. Just imagine a genius chef who can cook an entire meal in seconds, right? But they have to spend minutes walking back and forth to a giant warehouse just to get each ingredient one by one. That's exactly what's happening inside the GPU. The math part, super fast, but fetching the model's knowledge from memory for every single word it generates, that's what's slowing the whole thing down. So, how do we tear down this memory wall? Well, the solution is actually really elegant. It's basically a very, very clever, high-stakes guessing game. It's a simple loop called draft, then verify. First up, a small, super fast draft model. Think of it like an eager intern. Just blasts out a few potential next words. Then, the huge, powerful target model, the senior expert, let's say, swoops in and checks all of those guesses at the same time, in one single go. And finally, all the words it says are correct, get approved, and spit out instantly. Boom. And this table just lays it all out perfectly. The old way, autoregressive decoding, is stuck going one by one, totally limited by memory speed, which means your expensive hardware is just sitting around bored. But with speculative decoding, we flip the script. We're now running things in parallel within a single request, which cranks hardware utilization way up. And the result? We're spitting out multiple words in the same amount of time it used to take for just one. Now, as you can probably guess, getting this two-model orchestra to play in perfect harmony, yeah, it's not that simple. It actually creates some really fascinating engineering challenges. So the first big question is, where do you even put the two models? You could run them on the same GPUs, which is called monolithic co-serving. That's super fast. You get really low latency. But they end up fighting each other for the same memory and processing power. The other option is to separate them onto different GPU clusters, a disaggregated architecture. That solves the fighting, but now the speed of the connection between them becomes your new bottleneck. It's a classic trade-off. And this is where things get really clever with systems like SwiftSpec. It's a disaggregated system, but it uses a parallel pipeline. So while the big target model is busy checking one set of guesses, the little draft model is already working on generating the next set of guesses. This completely takes the drafting time out of the main timeline. It basically hides the latency, leading to these huge runtime savings. Okay, so we've made things blazing fast for one person. But what happens when you have thousands of users all hitting your AI service at the exact same time? Well, this is where we run into a bit of a scaling crisis. And the crisis has a name, the ragged tensor problem. See, modern AI servers group lots of user requests together in a batch to keep the GPU busy. But with speculative decoding, every user in that batch might accept a different number of guessed words. One user accepts 5 words, another accepts 2, another accepts 7, and your perfectly organized batch turns into this jagged, misaligned mess that GPUs absolutely hate. So how do you fix this? Well, just trying to batch it naively, that just breaks everything. It literally outputs gibberish. A strategy called EQSpec gets it right, but it's pretty slow. But then you have EXspectX. It uses some really smart cross-batch scheduling to dynamically regroup requests on the fly, and the result is insane. It triples the throughput, all while keeping the output 100% correct. Now, here's a really key thing to understand. This whole technique doesn't work the same for every single task. How predictable the text is, well, that matters a lot. Just look at the difference here. For generating computer code, which has a really strict structure, we're seeing a massive 3.5x speedup. It's pretty similar for RAG, where the model is basically just copying from a document you gave it. But for something like complex math reasoning, where every single digit has to be perfect, guessing is way harder. So the speedup is, a bit more modest. And this all points to this kind of philosophical shift at the heart of the whole technology. I love this quote. In a well-optimized system, the target model's primary role shifts from generator to verifier. The huge, expensive model isn't wasting its time on the easy, predictable stuff anymore. It's just there to check the intern's work. And that intern, by the way, can come in a few different flavors. You can use a totally separate, smaller model, which gives you lots of flexibility, or you can build the drafting part right into the main model for maximum efficiency. You can even use simple pattern matching tricks that don't need a second model at all, which is great if you're tight on memory. And if you want to push things even further, there's a technique called online speculative decoding. This is wild. It actually uses the GPU's spare computing cycles to constantly retrain the draft model using live user data. This keeps the little model perfectly in sync with what users are actually asking for, and it delivers up to a 2.4x latency reduction. Just incredible. So where is all this headed? It's really important to see this as way more than just a clever speed hack. This is bigger. What we're really looking at is a fundamental re-engineering of how we run AI models. It's all about squeezing every last drop of performance out of our incredibly expensive hardware. And this doesn't just mean faster chatbots. It means lower running costs, which makes powerful AI accessible to more people. It means better energy efficiency, which is a huge win for the planet. Ultimately, this is the kind of innovation that makes bigger, more powerful models actually viable at a global scale. And the future? It looks even more interesting. We're moving towards systems with whole cascades of models, all checking each other's work. Maybe even decentralized systems where this happens across the entire internet. The goal is to build what are called good-put optimized systems that can just dynamically adjust to give you the absolute best performance for any situation. Which brings us to a final, really fascinating thought to leave you with. This entire process is about an AI getting better and better at predicting its own next words. So, as AI gets better at predicting its own thoughts, what do you think it will learn to predict next?